Good morning, leaders. Thank you for leading this Sunday, September, I think it's the 17th. Yes, it is the 17th. It's going to be different. We are continuing with wrapping up Mark's series. And so we're on 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 through 10, 11 through 16. And then he actually wraps up with a couple of verses from chapter 1 at the end. So we will read the whole of the scripture at the beginning, but then we're going to split the kiddos up into mixed age groups, I believe into 6 groups. And we're going to teach via obstacle course. So each volunteer will be in charge of a portion of the obstacle course. So it'll be set up. It'll be out here in part of the big room and then some of the classrooms, things like that. And so at each station, there will be a big piece of paper with the passage written, printed on it that goes with that element, okay? And on the back of that piece of paper, Nikki hasn't printed that with me, so I don't have it yet. This will be on the back, and it is the instructions for that element. So it says, and it's got step-by-step instructions. It says, first, read the passage aloud, blah, 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 or ask a kid to do it. Then it's the challenge. So it's what the activity is for that part of the obstacle course, explaining step-by-step. And then it says, have a seat, take a knee, whatever you want to do. You're going to lead a discussion through how that element is relating to the passage. So each of our leaders will have a pretty key component to do at their station, and then kids will rotate. So we're going to have the kids start spread out among the elements. So it won't be this one's first, this one's second, this one's third. It'll just basically be a big loop so that there will be a group at each station, and then we may have a horn or something that says, okay, now it's time to rotate. So everybody changes at the same time. So moving between the stations the goal is not speed to fly through the obstacle course. It's do the element and then discuss the purpose of the element at each spot. So it should be a very, very high engagement, physical, followed by some discussion at each spot. So, yeah. And just so that you know what kind of stuff we're talking about, the most visually wow one is hula hoops that'll be lifted from the floor a little bit. They're taped together, so they have to do that whole step through the hula hoops thing. The next one is there's one between getting from that one to the next one, and that's just running with high knees or walking while holding really tight to a balloon that says Jesus on it. The next one is punching, because we're talking about a fight, and so there's a pillow, and that leader will teach them how to jab and to uppercut. And then, or if you have a kiddo who's, does that, they can teach it. The next one is blowing bubbles, and the final one is digging through, or whatever the order you're in, is digging through this pile of pictures and things, figuring out, separating right choices from wrong choices. Things that you should hold on to, things that you should not hold on to. So that is this week's lesson plan. Like I said, it should be super fun. Every element will have very explicit directions at it, and along with their passage and things like that. So thank you for leading.